So about a week ago, I went to a bookstore about 40 minutes north of where I live here in Southern California. Because, by the way, there's like no good used bookstores where I'm from. We don't have half-price books, which I used to live in Texas, and there's one right by me. And man, I wish I took more advantage of it, but I didn't. So yeah, there's not really a whole lot of good used bookstores in my area, but so I drove about 40 minutes north to a used bookstore in Fullerton, and I was just browsing, and I came across this book, The Essential Rumi. So I decided to pick it up just because, I don't know, it looked interesting. It caught my attention, so I picked it up. It was like $9. And so I got home and started reading some of the poems in this book, and I decided that I wanted to read 1 to 3 of them every day. And the reason I wanted to share one of these poems with you, because I thought it was kind of interesting that about a week before I even knew of this book and had even read any of Rumi's works, I wrote on a note card, which is what I write like my ideas on. I have a big stack of them. And anyways, I wrote on a note card basically a very scattered idea or thought that I had. It was very messy, and I didn't know how to articulate it quite yet. And then I read one of the poems in this book, and it shook me, man. It was crazy how precise Rumi said what I wanted to say so badly. It was one of those just kind of jaw-dropping moments where I don't know, it was so recent that I had the thought come to my mind that I couldn't quite articulate, and then I read a poem in a book that I'd never heard of until a couple of days ago, and it articulated it perfectly and nailed down exactly what it was I wanted to say. So yeah, in this video, I kind of just want to read that poem to you guys and dissect it a little bit and kind of share my thoughts on it and what I make of it. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be doing a little reading update because my July TBR changed just a little bit from the last video I posted. So let me go ahead and read the poem. And the poem is called A Children's Game. Listen to the poet Sanya, who lives secluded. Don't wander out on the road in your ecstasy. Sleep in the tavern. When a drunk strays out to the street, children make fun of him. He falls down in the mud. He takes any and every road. The children follow, not knowing the taste of wine or how his drunkenness feels. All people on the planet are children, except for a very few. No one is grown up except those free of desire. God said, the world is a play, a children's game, and you are the children. God speaks the truth. If you haven't left the child's play, how can you be an adult? Without purity of spirit, if you're still in the middle of lust and greed and other wantings, you're like children playing at sexual intercourse. They wrestle and rub together, but it's not sex. The same with the fightings of mankind. It's a squabble with play swords, no purpose, totally futile. Like kids on hobby horses, soldiers claim to be riding Borak, Muhammad's night horse, or Dol his mule. Your actions mean nothing. The sex and war that you do. You're holding part of your pants and prancing around. Dun-da-dun, dun-da-dun. Don't wait till you die to see this. Recognize that your imagination and your thinking and your sense perception are reed canes that children cut and pretend are horses. The knowing of mystic lovers is different. The empirical sensory sciences are like a donkey loaded with books, or like the makeup woman's makeup. It washes off. But if you lift the baggage rightly, it will give joy. Don't carry your knowledge load for some selfish reason. Deny your desires and willfulness, and a real mount may appear under you. Don't be satisfied with the name of God, with just words about it. Experience that breathing. From books and words come fantasy, and sometimes from fantasy comes union. The meaning I dissect from this and what I interpret it as, and what I get from it, is that everything humankind squabbles about, to use one of Rumi's words, from political games that separate us to judging one another based off religious differences. It's all so petty in the grand scheme of things. And it's, as Rumi says, it's a children's game. So I'm going to repeat the last couple lines of the poem, and I want you to keep in mind that when I say God, it really says who. H-U, Hugh. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways, it's H-U. I want to say it's Hugh. Hugh. I'm gonna say Hugh, but it's the pronoun of a divine presence. So that's why I replaced it with God. So I'm going to repeat it. Don't be satisfied with the name of God, with just words about it. Experience that breathing. From books and words come fantasy, and sometimes from fantasy comes union. And yet we take this children's game too seriously, and it divides us and creates hate in our world. And I think that's what he's trying to get at. And I believe it's our job as humanity, whether you're Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, or atheist. It's our job as humans to not contribute to this hatefulness and division that's amongst us. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I really don't know if, I don't know if it's worth sharing, if anyone got anything out of it, and I didn't articulate my thoughts on it very well, so I apologize for that. I'm going to think more on it. I was just kind of excited to get on the camera and talk about it, I guess, but yeah, I don't know if you got anything out of that, but let me know if you did and what your thoughts are on it. And yeah, I would highly recommend this book, The Essential Rumi, translations by Coleman Barks. It's really good. Like I said, I'm trying to read 1 to 3 of his poems every day, and it's been good. So I recommend this book. And now I just wanted to do a short little reading update. So I decided to pause on Moby Dick, so it's on my shelf right now, since I'm reading War and Peace. I don't want to really read 2 gigantic books at once, and I'd like to focus all my big book attention to War and Peace right now. And I will get back to Moby Dick, obviously, and eventually. I just want to finish War and Peace first, and then I did add another book to July's reading list, and that is a nonfiction book, and it's the biography of Dr. Seuss by Brian J. Jones. I started it, I want to say a week ago now. I'm on page 120. I would highly recommend if you're interested in Dr. Seuss or just creative thinkers. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this book so far. Dr. Seuss is such an interesting mind, has such an inspiring story. So yeah, I'll let you guys know the rest of my thoughts at the end of the month. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. Again, I wish I kind of thought more about what I was going to say. But I don't know. I was just excited to get it out and share it with you guys. So let me know what you think. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Yeah, have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next video.